Okay, I am super excited. I'm Kim Waller, Emerald Ambassador, and I really thought that I would start doing team calls again. And so I didn't actually, and I started thinking about it, and I'm so thankful. I had actually asked Rachael, probably about a month ago, if she would do a call for us, and I just didn't set it down. And then this week, things started happening, and I thought, you know what? I don't think I'm ready to do a team call yet. And by the grace of God, Rachael just messaged me, and she said, hey, give me a date. And she was available this Sunday. And so I'm so thankful that she is here. Her team is on fire. She's got a girl that is Fast Start Gold, and then is one of the number one recruiting in the company. And so Rachael is full of wisdom, and that's all I'm going to say. I'll let her go from there. So thank you, Rachael. It's all yours. Wait, gotta unmute.
I do that to myself all the time.
Okay.
You are so sweet. It is a tremendous honor to be chatting with y'all. I didn't know that I was the first one since you've been kind of out of the group, so that's really an honor. And yeah, I was just like, wait a second, we haven't set a date. So this is really fun. And what's super fun is I didn't know who all was on your team, Kim, and I know some of these faces. Like, some of these girls are my homies. I've done life with Linda since the beginning. The first Plexus event I ever went to was at this random Mexican restaurant somewhere. I don't even remember where. She'll remember where. And sorry, my phone it's a little crazy right now. No lie. Hey, Linda. And that was the first time I met Celeste in person. It was the first Plexus event I went to. And we connected on Facebook, and she was like, I'll save you a seat. And every single time I went to a Plexus event, Linda always had a seat for me and made me feel welcome.
Aww.
So Linda is near and dear to my heart on levels that I can't even explain. I get very emotional when I see Linda. She's come to my birthday parties.
I opened this up to Brittany. Brittany Baumgartner is my, I'm her level 1. And so I also put it out there, and Linda is the sideline of mine. So
got it. Okay. Awesome. And I know Katie, and I've met Steph somewhere. A lot of y'all look very familiar. So, and Lisa. And so I'm sure I've met a lot of you other places too. There's a lot of phone numbers here. I can't see everyone. So it's just nice to have familiar faces. Sometimes I do calls. I'm like, I've never seen these people. I don't know if they think I'm a nerd, because I am a nerd. But, they think I'm a nerd already. And Katie's been my homie forever. So this is really fun. Okay. So yes, we are in a really blessed time for our Health Happiness Tribe. I can't pinpoint exactly what's happening. It's the Lord. My number one prayer has been for our team to shine really brightly, where people are asking what is going on. And then everyone can say, oh, well, it's God. And because it's so big and it's so out of our hands, and it's just so incredible that no one can get the glory but God. And we have my level 2, who was recruited by my best friend, Jennifer, who just joined me in February. Both of them did their first post in February. And Ashley has been number 1 in Plexus on the leaderboard for recruitment for 2 weeks in a row recently, and then she was number 5 the week before that. So she's been on the leaderboard for 3 weeks. And her personal goal is to go silver every day. So if you want to know what it takes to get on the leaderboard, it's something along the lines of silver every day. Sometimes she adds 5 a day personally, and then her team is now growing too. So just to give you the background of that, but that is just the Lord, and it is a wonderful season. However, when I wrote this when we were at a little bit of a different time on our team. And I actually wrote this for another team because I felt like we really needed to get it out, and it was something that the Lord gave me. But I think it's applicable anytime, because it can hit anyone's heart at any level that you are in the business. So what it's basically about is perspective and the bigger picture and the purpose of what we're doing, y'all. Right? Like, what are we doing? So we wake up, and, hopefully we spend some time with the Lord, have some breakfast. If you have kids, you feed your kids, and you start working your Plexus business. Some of you do, some of you don't. Some of you don't want to get on Facebook. Some of you do want to get on Facebook. Some of you don't want to message people. Some of you don't mind. there's all sorts of personality types, right? So we're going to talk about why we're doing what we're doing and why it matters. Why it matters and how to kind of overcome the mindset of like, I don't really want to. Because of course I have days I don't really want to. I am an Emerald Ambassador. April of 2014 is when I joined. And so this April will be 3 years. And I mean, I wake up 80% of the time really, really excited to do Plexus. And there's still that 20% that's like, I don't want to. But I quit my job after 4 months of doing Plexus to do it full time because this is the first time I've ever felt like I was doing purposeful work and it tapped into my passion. And so they say you're never going to work a day in your life if you do something that you love. So it still doesn't feel like work, but as an Emerald, you guys need to know we have a lot on our plates. And sometimes it does feel like work, especially with back office and just points coming through and stuff like that. So I understand where you're coming from if you're sort of like, I don't want to. Let's talk about it. So there's this song that Hillsong United wrote that's Let Hope Rise. Have y'all heard of that song? If you haven't, please go listen to it. Listen to the lyrics. You guys, what we're doing in Plexus is rising up hope. Y'all see the hashtags hope dealers? Does anyone here feel like you're a hope dealer? I can see all the screens, so please raise your hand if you do, if you feel like you're a hope dealer. Okay. But do you know what you're dealing in hope? Like, have you really wrapped your head around what we're doing? We're called hope dealers because we're actually giving hope to people to help change their lives financially, to help change their health. And so when you say I'm a hope dealer and you're like, I don't really want to do that today, or that seems too hard, or that's out of my comfort zone, which we'll talk about, then you're not being a hope dealer, right? You're being focused on you. But hope dealers are the hands and feet of Jesus doing God's work missionally, whether it's fun or not. The cool thing is that what we do in Plexus is fun most of the time, and what we do in Plexus is community, and it helps change lives, and we get paid. But how many of you have done mission work getting paid zero? It's still kind of a grind, but you do it, right? Like you want to serve the Lord. Same thing, y'all. Same thing. We are serving God in everything that we do every single day. So there's this quote, do today what others won't, so you can have tomorrow what others don't. So as we work harder, the blessings start to pour in Plexus. It's inevitable. I'm going to talk about the blessings of Plexus. I'm going to talk to you about how we were drowning in debt. I worked in a cube where plants died, and I would come home every single day crying to Shane, miserable. I didn't think we'd ever get out of debt. You know, my husband is mindful of that, and I'd be like, well, I think we should get a house. He's like, we can't. I think we should talk about having babies. We can't. We have no money. Everything was always like, we can't. And I was like, what am I doing? Like, what is the purpose of what I'm doing? This is before Plexus. And the Lord brought me Plexus. I had health issues. I'd gained weight. I had a blood sugar problem. I didn't know I'd sign up for a business. Y'all, I'd sign up for wholesale for cheaper. And my upline told me that if I take a selfie and post it on Facebook, that I might get my products for free. And I was like, okay, but I feel disgusting. I'm, way overweight. I'm really, really depressed. I have anxiety and I want to do a selfie. And so I took a picture of the pink drink and posted it. And I said, I don't want cookies and I have energy. And anyone in the world that knew me on Facebook knew that I was the cookie monster and that I was flatlined on energy. And so I had an inbox blow up. Okay. But I didn't sign up for this for what it's become, right? That's God's work. So there are 3 things to keep in mind. When you are looking at your life and what you're doing, when you are looking at your Plexus business, if you are feeling defeated or overwhelmed, if you're new and you're like, they keep telling me to post stuff on Facebook, they're telling me to put people in 3-way chats, what is all this stuff? Sometimes you just kind of got to go with the flow, right? You just got to go with the flow, put your upline in a 3-way chat, do your post on Facebook. But let's talk about what we're doing. So perspective. Okay, number 1, perspective. Sorry, I have something in my eye. That's always fun, isn't it, when you're doing a call? Okay. So the time is going to pass, right? You're going to wake up. You're going to have your day. You're going to have your next day. Months, weeks, months, years are going to go by. Why not spend that time working your business and helping change lives, right? You can work a 9 to 5 or an 8 to 5 and grind, grind at a daily job, working for someone else, negotiating time off for summer and Christmas vacation. it's summertime almost, so it's spring, and you're looking at summer vacation, some of you are going to be able to go nowhere with your children because you took off for Christmas. I used to do the same thing when I worked in corporate. I had to negotiate, or I'd have like 2 days off for Christmas, and I work Christmas Eve in the office, and then I'd have to be back the day after New Year's, which was ridiculous because, you know, who wants to do that? So you can negotiate time off for summer Christmas vacation, or what you can do is you can be the CEO of your business, because that's what we are. When you are an Emerald Ambassador, you run a multi-million-dollar organization. Okay? My friend Audrey Parker told me that. I was whining and moaning about something, and she was like, this is before I was Emerald. She was like, Rachel, when you go Emerald, you run a multi-million-dollar organization. It's okay to be bossy. It's okay to be focused. It's okay to be committed. It's okay to make that your priority for some periods of time, right? I didn't know that. I hadn't put that together. It's been, this month is a year that that our team will have been Emerald. So it's super exciting. Okay, let's talk about it. So you can grind doing Plexus, get residual income, and find out what this Plexus freedom is that everyone's talking about. Do y'all hear people talk about Plexus freedom all the time? Plexus freedom, but are y'all living in it? Are you really, and you can say no, are you really experiencing residual income? Are you really experiencing Plexus freedom, financial freedom, and health freedom? If you are, wonderful. But everyone here, 2 pages of people, I can't imagine that every single one of you are yet. And that's okay. That is A-okay. We're going to talk about that. So what do you really need to do in Plexus? I truly believe if you work 1 to 3 hours a day on Plexus intentionally, right? You can work 5 days a week, 7 days a week. It's up to you. If I say that to you and you're like, oh my God, 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, then you're not there. Your mindset isn't in the right place, because what you should be saying is, what can I get from that? That's 15 hours a week. What will happen, Rachel, if I work 15 hours a week on Plexus? What will happen if I work 7 hours a week on Plexus? You know what I mean? Not, oh gosh, I don't really want to, okay? Just listen to the things that you're saying to yourself while I talk to you. Because if you don't do Plexus, you're probably working in some capacity. Maybe you're a stay-at-home mom, and that is awesome. But if you're not a stay-at-home mom and you're working a job full-time, you could be working Plexus full-time and living in that freedom, right? So if you're going to work anyways, why not do it at home independently in your yoga pants, or from the pool, or from the beach, or if your husband has to go out of town, go out of town, or if you're single and your friends are like, let's go on a girl trip, let's go on a Tuesday. You know how fun it is to go out of town on a Tuesday and not have to ask anyone? Let me tell you something. It's the bomb. You have to put in a sheet and say, hey, boss, can I have the time off? And he's like, well, did you check your hours? Because you only have so many hours per year. And then you got to go to HR. None of that. I asked Jazzy. Jazzy said it was okay. My puppy, she said, yeah, you can go as long as you drop me off at Grandma and Grandpa's. That was like the extent of, can I go out of town on a Tuesday? Because Shane had to go to Austin for Valentine's Day for a training. Okay. So if I'm saying this to you and you're kind of like, I don't know. Okay. You're just not dreaming big enough. Have y'all read The Circle Maker? If you have not, write it down, get it read. And if you need to do it on Audible, no shame in the Audible game, because I literally have the hardest time sitting down to read. I'm finding out I have like Plexus ADD, like I cannot just sit down to read a book, but I can have it on Audible and like take notes while I do it. The Circle Maker is amazing, and we're doing a 40-day prayer challenge on our team, and it's so great, y'all. Okay, so The Circle Maker. He talks about drawing huge circles around your prayers and your dreams and giving them to the Lord and making them so big, right, that only God can do it, that he's the only one that can get the credit and the glory. Hence our team. We've added 87 new people this month. I don't even know what's happening. You know what I mean? Like, we have tripled our people that we're adding, and we have this wonderful group of people that are just absolutely hungry for the business. They want to be diamond. They will be diamond in 2017. They joined in February. It's so there for the taking. But I can't take any credit. I mean, yeah, I help them with three-way chats and like what to do sometimes, but ultimately it's the Lord, right? So dream big, y'all. You were made for greatness. If you've ever heard anyone tell you in your lifetime you can't do that, just erase it from your mind. I went to the Sonia Dudley mindset, and she was talking about the things that kind of shape us and who we are and what we believe about ourselves. And a lot of it is what we've heard people tell us, traumatic incidents that we've experienced. And so let me tell you something. The incidents that you've experienced, the things that people have told you are hogwash unless they're positivity and love and light, because it just is, okay? You are made in God's image. You are beautifully and wonderfully made. He knitted you in your mama's womb, and I promise you, you were made for greatness. You are on these teams, on Kim and Brittany's teams, for a very specific, purposeful reason, and you got to embrace that. You got to be a part of that, all right? So, y'all, you're probably not going to like this, but I don't believe in comfort zones. I don't. I think a comfort zone is absolute hogwash. I sound like my dad. He says hogwash. I'm not even country. But it's just rubbish is what it is. A comfort zone is a no-go zone. It's a, I'm not doing that zone. I'm not comfortable, and I'm not doing that. You can say I'm not comfortable, but I'll do it. But when people say that's out of my comfort zone and I'm not going to do that, that's just called a no-go zone. That's a, I'm too scared. I don't think I can do it. I don't believe in myself enough. I haven't been believed in enough in my life to do it. I'm not doing it. Okay, well, have you ever seen wonderful, amazing greatness things come out of the no-go zone? Seriously, let's just change it. Instead of saying comfort zone, because I think it's quite gentle to call it the comfort zone, don't you? Instead say, that's my no-go zone. You don't want to live in the no-go zone, do you? Because no-go equals no money, no success, no progress, no changing lives, right? Like, no, you say no, I'm not doing that, then no, none of those things are going to come to you either, right? So remember that. I understand that some people don't want to post on social media. I absolutely get it. Some people say, I don't want to use Facebook. I don't want to post on social media. That's my no-go zone. I'm not confident enough. I don't think I have good things to post. Or I don't want to annoy my friends. I don't want to be too salesy. Whatever. I've heard it all. I mean, our team is, you know, I've been around for 3 years. So I've heard every single reason not to start just pounding the pavement with your business and rocking it, okay? I've heard I don't have time. There's a million excuses in the world, right? Okay. So some people will say, I'm not a salesperson. But this is where the perspective comes in, all right? Is it more uncomfortable to post on Facebook than it is to leave your kids at home? Is it more uncomfortable to post on Facebook than it is to sit in debt and have, I had marital strife, you might not, but I had marital strife because of debt, and it was brutal. Is it more uncomfortable to sit and look at your schedule and say, I don't know when I can take a vacation, honestly, I can't afford it? Is it more uncomfortable to post on Facebook or reach out to people or do messaging or host a sip and see? I mean, it's not just posting on Facebook. It's any of the things that we do to grow our business. Work your IPA than it is to never have a vacation away with your husband because you just can't afford it, or to worry about your kids' college. Or for me, I wanted to buy healthy groceries and it was a non-option. I mean, I could buy them at Sprouts, but I wanted to go to Whole Foods, y'all. That was my dream. Because when I was in college, my parents were paying for me. I could shop wherever. And then after college, I was fine financially. And then somehow getting married just botched it all. And so everything went backwards for me. And so I was like, I want to be able to shop at Whole Foods again. You know, yes, it's way more uncomfortable not being able to go to the grocery store and check out and be like, hold on, let me check my bank account. That's horrible. I don't like that feeling. I would rather do lots of IPA and activity to never have to do that again. You know what I mean? So you got to look at it. If you're the mom going to the office, leaving your kids at home, or taking them to daycare and you're like, I don't really want to be doing that, it's got to be more painful than it is to post on Facebook. It's got to be more painful than it is to go work your business or go to your upline and be like, I really want to do this. I want to hit my next rank. I want to make this amount per month. Perspective, you guys, right? And then remember, what you're doing when you're posting and sharing is also leading to helping change a life. it's going to help potentially change a life. So just remember that. And the reality is that we want your leaders, believe me, your people that brought you into this business that care about you, they want every single one of your dreams come true, because we as well want to serve the Lord. And in us serving the Lord, we're helping our team members, right? I'm not doing a good job if I'm only personally recruiting and no one on my team is growing their business and making money, right? I'm doing a good job as a leader if my team is flourishing. And I do believe in personal recruitment, absolutely. 80% of my time is on personal recruitment in most seasons. But I'm not going to go to bed at night pleased or feeling like I've done my work for God if no one on my team is making money. So believe me when I tell you, your uplines that are saying, this is what you do to make money, this is how you post on Facebook, it's only because they want to help your dreams come true. They're not trying to bug you. I promise you that. Okay? And at some point, you must have said to them, I'd like to get my products for free or something of that. So there's purpose in what we do. The payoff of changing lives and having freedom and 6-figure plus income is worth every single second of discomfort. Can I get an amen? Can I get some hands in the air? Right? So if any of you been kind of like, I don't want to, and it's okay. I know what, I mean, I can see you and you can wink at me or like make a little face, but like, have any of you kind of been living in that no-go zone of like, I don't want to? Okay, that's okay. I live there sometimes too. That's all right. But you can't stay there. You can take like a mini vacay there. You can take as long as it takes to take a bubble bath there. Okay? What's a bubble bath? Like 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how many glasses of wine you got in the bath, right? So you've got your bubble bath going, and you're sitting there and you're like, I don't want to, I have a hissy fit. And then get over it and get to work. Okay? Get over it, because what you're doing is, man, you're the hands and feet of Jesus. Why wouldn't you, right? So let's talk about it. It's all worth it. If it took you 2 to 5 years to reach Emerald and make $9,000 to $15,000 a month, would you stay in Plexus? Holla, Tamara. I see you. Yes. Tamara's like, yes. Stephanie's yes. Trisha's yes. Yes. Absolutely. So why is it that people think, oh, I haven't made gold, it's been a year? Well, you got 5 years. You think you can't go from gold to diamond in 5 years? Yes, you can, right? So wherever you are in your business, if you're like, I'm stagnant, I'm silver, I've been doing this for 2 years, that's cool. If it takes you 5 years to get to Emerald, it's still worth it, right? Perspective. So what if you could reach diamond in 2 to 5 years and make $40,000 a month? Would you do it? Holla, right? There's Celia. Celia's like, yes, I would. You're so cute, Celia. So let's get real for a second. Of course you would. So next time you hear like this little voice in your head that's like, I don't feel like posting on Facebook today. I don't know what to post, and I don't want to bother my friends. Ugh, I hate doing IPA, and there's this sheet that they keep sending me that's got like these 6 steps of things I have to do a day, and I don't really want to do them. Let me tell you something. Income producing activity is not something that me or Kim or Brittany like invented. We were like, mwahaha, how can we get them working really hard all day long just because? No, it's actually like a network marketing thing that works, and it's a proven model that does something to help people grow their business. And we share things on our team page, and we share training, and we do coaching calls with y'all, and you know, all of the things that we do to help you guys grow your business because we care about you and we want to help you. IPA is the bomb. If you're not doing IPA at least 5 days a week, it's income producing activity. And if you've never seen an IPA sheet, you need to let me and Kim and Brittany know, because we have them and we work them. And that's why we are where we are. It's not a magical like unicorn came in and was like, you will be Emerald. You won't. You know what I mean? That's not how it works. It's working hard. We were at convention, and I can't remember who it was that said it, but the only difference between the jewels sitting, you know, in the VIP section, really close up, we get our separate entrance, we have like a VIP lounge area or whatever. We get the, emerald. Isn't that beautiful? We get the emerald little stone. We walk on stage. We get to go to Hawaii. Look at this. Isn't that fun? They sent us this. We drive the Plexus Lexus. Y'all want to know why we're there? Literally, do you want to know the only difference between us and y'all? We've just heard no more. That's it. We've just reached out to umpteenth of thousands and thousands of people, and we've just heard no more. And it's just numbers. Like, if I reach out to 100 people, 5 people might join my team. Maybe. I don't know. It depends, right? So if I'm reaching out to 500 people a week, right, I could have 35 people on my team. I don't reach out to 500 people a week. I now feel like I need to, so there's my number I'm going to have to work on. Here we go. I set my own goal. But even if you reach out to 10 people a week, right, that's 40 people. 2 people join you a month. 3 people join you a month. That's fantastic, isn't it? It's fantastic. All you have to focus on is adding 3 people a month and going silver and duplicating and teaching those people to go silver. If you do that, you will be an emerald, you will be a sapphire, and you will be a diamond. And if you keep your positivity, if you keep your mindset, every time you hear those voices in your head that say, you can't do this, I don't feel like doing it, have your little hissy fit, jump up and down, whatever you need to do, journal. Everyone has a different way, work out, do whatever you need to do, and then get back to it. Y'all know what I'm saying? So I share this with you because this is something that God gave me. He just said, you've got to talk about perspective in the bigger picture. And you guys, the bigger picture is that we are hope dealers. We are here spreading light and joy to people. And Plexus is incredible. We have products that change people's lives, a compensation plan that changes people's lives. And they pay us to go do things to help other people. There's nothing else like it. We're not selling makeup. We're not selling leggings. We're not selling anything. We're sharing products that have helped change umpteens of millions of lives, right? Because I say millions because there's 400,000 ambassadors, but that doesn't mean the customers. So I actually think we probably impacted millions by this point in terms of health aspect. And it's fun, right? So that's what you have to remember. You have to remember it's fun, it's purposeful, and even when you don't want to, just do it because you will have tomorrow what others don't. Believe me.
Hey, Rach, okay, so will you go back to, I love what you were saying. There was a quote you said, do today
what others won't.
Okay.
So you can have tomorrow what others don't.
Okay, I love that. And you know what? I've read Circle Maker. It's been a while, and you're the second person that's brought it up to me again this week. And so I'm like, okay, maybe I should read it again. And I think I've actually read it 2 or 3 times, but I think I'll get it out again because I love it so much. And I love that y'all are doing the 40-day prayer challenge. So I'll message you because I want to get how y'all are doing that because I think I'm going to do it. I think we'll start that. Okay, Does anybody have any questions? What books? I'm going to ask you a couple. So you do Audible mainly. Is that what you do?
Yeah, I'm not the best.
That's what I do too. I love Audible. So what are you listening to right
now? 25 Ways to Win with People by John Maxwell.
Okay.
That is mega, especially for leadership. 15 Laws of Invaluable Growth.
That's a good one.
And then the 40-day prayer challenge.
Are y'all reading the book?
Yeah, so we're reading the book. Yeah.
I have it on my.
And then we recap on Fridays in a group.
Awesome. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We got the men on our team involved a lot for it because we have a pastor on our team, and then my husband, he does Bible translation, and that man loves Jesus so much, it's crazy. And so he's like all about it. And then my new ambassador, Jennifer Hurt, her husband, they're just an incredible, amazing couple. I can't believe she's on my team. Like, it's such a blessing. But she and Brent are part of it, and Brent is leading it with Shane and this guy, Matthew. So I'm letting the men lead out on it because I think it's good to have that kind of
great
vibe.
I love that. Awesome. Okay, so I don't think anybody has any questions.
I know y'all have questions. See, don't be in the no-go zone. Be in the go zone. Ask some questions. What do you want to know? Anything. Katie?
Rachel, I'll ask you a question.
Annette, yes.
So when you sign up a new ambassador, what are like three, my computer's about to die. What are three core things that you?
Okay, her computer died, so I'm just going to pretend that I know what she was going to say. So if you have a question, go ahead and put it in the chat box. So when you sign up, what are three things that you do right off the bat with new ambassadors? I guess that's what she was asking.
I was thinking that too. So I have a very, I really like to get people on the phone when they're signing up. I want to walk them through the process. I want them to be comfortable with it because most people who sign up, I want them to be committed to 90 days of the products. I don't sign up an ambassador that's not committed to 90 days. I just don't. And if they say there's no way in God's green earth I'm sharing, I don't know. It depends on kind of what I think that they commitment is. But generally, I'm looking for someone that's committed to 90 days of taking the products, the triplex or the Pink Drink Probiotic and X Factor, depending on what's going on. But they're going to be committed to Pink Drink plus 2 products. And they want to get their products for free. So even if it's just that they're going to get 1 or 2 customers, that's fine. I just, so I'm going to get them on the phone. I want to build that bond and relationship because I meet a lot of people out that I don't have a relationship with yet, but they join pretty quickly. And so I need to have that phone call to kind of establish the relationship, especially if I met them on Facebook. And also I want them to be comfortable with the steps of signing up so that they can start sharing it with other people. Because the goal is to get everyone silver as quickly as possible and get their first customer. So I make sure their convenience order is on, and then I encourage them to do their first post on Facebook. Obviously they don't have a pink drink yet, but they can take a selfie and just say, hey, I'm so excited to be doing Plexus. I send them like a little graphic of an idea of what they can post. You know, I've been watching my friend Rachael. She's had really great health results. You know, I'm so excited to try Plexus. I hope people will try this with me. You know, there's different little things. And then I talk to them about 3-way chats and I say, okay, anyone that likes your post or messages you, don't worry, you're going to earn while you learn. Let's go ahead and put me in a 3-way chat. I teach them about third-party validation. This is more than 3 steps, sorry.
It's okay.
But there's not 3 steps. I don't know. I teach them about third-party validation, which is you're including me in the message not because I am anything special, but because I know a little bit more and because I can help you, but because for some reason, psychologically, people want to hear it from one more person. Mm-hmm. And then also what they can do is if I'm in a chat with someone that's interested, they're brand new, they joined 4 hours ago, right? They don't know anything. They can learn and watch me do it that way. And I've had it happen many times where I do like 3-way chats with someone new and they can add me in the next one, but they're answering all the questions on the next one.
Okay.
You know, we ask them, I'm so excited you're interested in Plexus. What's going on with you? Do you have any health issues? What are your goals? It's always the same thing.
Okay, and I have a question from Tamara, but I have one. You said your best friend joined in February.
Yes.
Okay. So for all those people out there that have reached out to their best friend the first week in Plexus and they didn't join them, so you'll be with Plexus 3 years next month. So why is your best friend just now joining?
Yeah, no, she watched me for 2 years.
Okay. I just wanted you to say it again for everybody who's like, I just really thought my best friend would do this. People ask, they get really discouraged when their family doesn't join them right away. And I'm like, really? Because my family, still, my brother to this day, I love him. He is one of my favorite men in the whole world. He has literally said, I prefer to not be healthy. And I'm like, okay, more power to you. I mean, he just doesn't use the products. So, and people are just like, oh, I'm going to quit because my sister doesn't join me. I'm like, whatever.
So there's like 2 different things that I've seen. I have never experienced this one. I have seen people that are like, their girlfriends, they do everything together, or sorority sisters, they're like, we're going for it. And I think that that's awesome. Yeah. I've never had that. So I found a lot of my people on yard sale sites. I found a lot of my people through meeting them at Trader Joe's. I have been just consistently posting for 3 years. So now the people that were like kind of skeptical, you know, they're coming to me like, okay, I'm ready. I've had quite a few people join that were doing other MLMs, or have watched me. And for this one friend, just when I went Emerald, she was very emotionally attached to it. We've been friends forever. Like, I joke that I knew her before I knew Jesus, because I did. And she had a seed planted, and, you know, she'd have to share her story more, but basically there was a seed planted, and then she watched for a year, and then she felt like she was led to explore, and, you know, God just did the rest, right? I didn't pressure her. A lot of the people that have been reaching out to me that have watched me, I have never even mentioned Plexus. So let me just tell you something. Consistency pays off. I've always stayed positive. I've always stayed joyful, even when the back office was literally like causing me like ulcers. No one knew. No one needed to know.
Yeah, I love that.
It was temporary, and I chose joy. And if I had chosen to be a Debbie Downer on Facebook and whine and whatever, that wouldn't have been good.
Okay, we have a couple questions. So what else except Facebook? Where else except Facebook do you get your new customers, ambassadors? And you said Trader Joe's. It's so funny. It's awesome. So yeah, you probably have that. I'm such an introvert, you know, and I'm just now getting to where make eye contact with people instead of, you know, like, oh my gosh, don't look at me. So what else do you want to share about that? Any other tips?
I mean, my business has been growing a lot on Facebook, but I'm not afraid to talk to people. But I would say, even if I was, I just feel like I have a responsibility to share Plexus. And I'm going to share with y'all something that people don't know really. When I started Plexus, I had no interest, zero, in having a team. I've done 10 years of sales and marketing, and I can sell ice to an Eskimo. And so I was all about slanging that pink drink. I had no interest in Triplex. Well, we didn't even have Triplex. Probiotic, BioCleanse, that gut health, no thank you. I was just selling pink drink like it was going out of style. I made a couple $1,000s literally just selling pink drink. And I went to Leaders Retreat in Orlando as a silver ambassador with 4 people on my team. I quit my corporate job because I was making money. It just wasn't for a team. I was just going to sell. And I was there, and y'all, this is embarrassing. I was like the most embarrassing person, because I'm asking Lori Harrison, Chris and Susie McCall, well, why do y'all have a team? Why don't you just sell product? I don't understand. Like, why would you do that? Literally, me. And they were so nice to me. They're like, well, this and that. And then I heard $10,000 a month. And I was like, wait, what? I thought I was balling making too. You know, I was like, I'm making $2,000 a month. I work from home. I'm awesome. And what actually happened is God hit me. Have y'all ever had those moments where you hear the Lord and you're like, did anyone else hear that? Because I really just heard that. And he said, selfish, selfish, selfish. How dare you not share this business? And I was like, oh, it's a business. Okay. And this is something other people can do. I mean, I probably was just dumb as doornails. I have no idea why I didn't catch on. So for me, talking to people about the business and talking to people about leadership, that was out of my zone. That was my no-go zone. Imagine that. Imagine if I hadn't wasted 6 months in my no-go zone, where I'd be now. Right? So now I feel the responsibility to tell everyone about the business. Like everyone. Mm-hmm. Even people that are probably like, why are you talking to me? So if you get to that place where you believe in our products, you believe in the compensation plan, you believe that you are a hope dealer, you'll shout it from the rooftops, you'll be unstoppable, and your vibe is just going to pour out to people, and people are going to start being attracted to you. I promise.
Yeah. I love it. Okay. Somebody is, I am talking to 3 new potentials who have tried the Slim and they like it. What do I tell them, and how do I get them to join?
They love the Slim? Who is this?
Susie.
Susie, 2 teacher. Oh, you're a teacher?
Let me look and see if she's on my team. Hold on. Susie, no, she's on Brittany's, right? Susie, okay. So anyway, she's just asking your opinion on what would you tell them to get them to join?
Well, if they love the pink drink and they're paying $79.95, first of all, I think I would say, I would upsell them on the triplex, basically. So I'd say, okay, we've got you taking the pink drink. Now we got to focus on your gut health. I would get sorry, this is like off the cuff. I would get with them and just ask them how their results are, how are things going. Generally, there's going to be something that we have another product for, whether it's accelerator or block, or the triplex, probiotic, and BioCleanse. So basically, the key is to get them taking 2 more products. If you can get them taking 2 more products, then you get them to join. So you say, I've really been thinking about it. I think you would just love the probiotic and BioCleanse. It's the second part of what people have been clinically tested for weight loss. I found out why they're taking it, what they're liking, and then you talk to them about the pricing options. And I almost never talk about retail, and I'd say, okay, well, we also need to get you saving some money on that pink drink, girl. So let's talk about it. But if they say, I just want pink drink, I want nothing else, I would not switch them from a customer.
And
Because
Susie, I don't know, Susie, I'm not sure if you have been, Susie, have they even signed? Well, I'll just chime in here too with Rachel. I would follow up with them if they haven't signed up for anything. I would just say, hey, I know you love it. How can I help you get signed up? I would just be really follow up with that and then talk to them. So, okay, guys, does anybody have any? I don't think anybody has any more questions, and it's 8:46.
All right.
So, okay, guys, thank y'all for hopping on. Rachel, thank you so much for taking time out of your night and pouring into us. We really appreciate it. I loved the call, loved everything about perspective, and it's so true. Oh, Celia said thank you. So we appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. I hope it was helpful.
We're excited to watch your business explode. I'm so excited for you.
You're so sweet. I'm praying for you, sister. It's going to get easier.
So, well, thank you, guys. Y'all have a wonderful night. Love you guys. Bye, y'all.
Bye, everyone.